going to tell you a little bit about what I do. So I'm a composer and artist. I'm Juliana's mom. And Juliana asked me to do this only yesterday, so it's a bit of an impromptu presentation. I write what's called, what you might call, contemporary classical music, which nowadays can be all kinds of different styles. It's really hard to tell by that term what it's going to sound like. So for example, I've sung in choirs all my life, and so I've written a lot of choir music. I like to write for solo singers and instrumental players, many of whom are people who I've known personally, so I can collaborate with them when I'm creating a piece for them so it can do the kinds of things that they like to do. I've written for orchestra, and I've written an opera about Emily Carr. And it's a one-woman opera, so the singer sings all the different roles of people in Emily Carr's life. And I've written a lot of music for children. When I taught in the Waldorf School, which is a wonderful holistic approach to education, where the teacher moves with the class through the different grades, I was writing music for my class as we went along. And for the last 17 years, I've been teaching a preschool music class, so little children from age 2 to 5. And that's in Mississauga. And that went on until March, at least, when we had a March break, and we are still having our March break because we really can't be singing with the children at this point. So I've written a lot of music for young children, and of course when my children, Juliana and her sister, were little children, I wrote a lot of stuff for them as well. So in my artistic work, whether it's music or painting, I do acrylic paintings as well, and photography. I always try to bring some kind of something beautiful and something hopeful to it, because I think that's really what art can do. This morning in the newspaper there was a headline which I thought was great. It says, "Artists aim to make this miserable year's holidays happy." So that's kind of what I hope to do. I'm going to put in the chat as well some links here. Let me just get those there. So there are just some things that you can click on if you like to at some point, if you want to save them or something. A link to my website. There's some pieces that I have on YouTube, including a recent piece that I wrote about my grandmother. That's on YouTube. There's a link to the Canadian Music Centre, which is a wonderful resource for music by Canadian composers. So they have a lot of my music there, as well as many other pieces. And there's a little bit of published choir music. The other thing that I do is I teach music, I teach piano, and that has, of course, transitioned to being teaching online lately, including Juliana being able to take lessons again. And of course she lives in Ottawa and I live near Hamilton, and I now have students who are from various places. So if you're interested in that, let me know. And I teach for the Royal Conservatory of Music. I teach theory classes, including a class for that's called Introduction to Music Theory, which is really for adults who are interested in music, who don't necessarily have much music background, but just want to explore what music is about and how it works. So those are just some of the things that I do. And the song that we're going to do is called "I Wish You." It's a song that I wrote for Christmas a couple of years ago. And I'd like to invite you to sing it with me. So what I've done is a video where I'm playing it on the piano and I'm singing. I normally don't play and sing at the same time, so that was an adventure yesterday. But I think, Juliana, can you put the video on, and then everybody can mute their microphones, including me, and we can just sing along.